name is Colt Isham, and this is a Dietary Habits Consult completed on March 5th, 2022.
All right, sitting down with me today, Jacinta, just quickly explain to you what I need to do as far as just my role as a PT to get you started with nutrition and the Eating for Health program. Essentially what I do, I just kind of give you like some tips and tricks that you could consider to do to help with like the diet and help you lose some weight. And also too, if you seem to be just having trouble with that, maybe we can just, suggest, or I can refer you to a dietitian that can definitely help you. Basically, as you know, so with the amount that you're eating, to actually be able to lose weight, what you need to do is make sure that you're eating in like a deficit. And the biggest thing with that is that the physical activity helps you basically get into a bigger deficit. Or if you are eating a lot of calories, you can just work out harder, because whatever puts you into a deficit is going to help you lose weight. So that's the biggest thing with that, is just keeping up with the physical activity to increase your calorie expenditure, which in turn will just make a bigger deficit for you. Real quick, we'll just do the dietary questionnaire to just get some more information on you. So, do you have any kind of special dietary requirements or anything like that?
No, I'm not a huge fan of vegetables, but that's about it.
Okay. So servings per day. So how many servings of vegetables do you usually eat per day, would you say?
I'm pretty bad. I'd say probably only one.
Okay. So okay. How about servings of fruit?
I'm a big fan of my fruit, so that's usually high, probably about 3 servings a day.
Okay. About how many servings for like your bread cereals or like your grain?
I'd probably go 4 if I'm thinking about the meals that I eat throughout the day.
Okay. What about dairy? What are we looking at for that?
I would say probably 3 times a day.
Okay, yep. And what about meat?
Again, I'd say probably like 3 times a day. Usually try and eat meat with each one of my main meals.
Okay. Just I'm gonna read out a few things to you, and just let me know of these things, how many times per week do you think you'll be have these? So 2 scoops of ice cream, 2 slices of processed meat, 1.5 thick or 2 thin sausages, half snack sized packet salty crackers or crisp, 2 to 3 sweet plain biscuits, 1 donut, 25 grams of chocolate, a can of soft drink, 1 slice of cake or a muffin, 12 fried hot chips, a quarter pie or pasty, 200 mils of wine, 600 mils of light beer, or 400 mils of standard beer. With anything in there, if you can already check off a few in your head that you would have had, what would you say the servings for those would fall per week?
I'd say I have at least one of those things every day.
Okay.
So a few of those things you listed, I would I eat quite regularly. So crackers and things like that, I would eat, often daily. Ice cream. I don't mind treating myself.
Okay. So maybe somewhere probably almost probably 10 plus serves a week, you might say?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, yeah. So that takes care of that. So just to quickly compare to what you had chosen, so just so you're aware, So you're saying like you're not a big fan of vegetables and you usually eat like one a day. The Australian guidelines like dictate about 2.5. For fruits, you said that you enjoy your fruit, so you're about 3, and the guidelines kind of dictate just 1. On grains, you're pretty on par there. You're right there with them with 4. Meats, it only says for 1, and you were saying like you're a bit heavy with them, so about 3 there for you. And then with the milk, the Australian guidelines are 1.5, and you're saying you're also quite heavy with it, so 3. So as you can see, like you're a bit high with everything, minus the vegetables. With like your training, what do you usually do?
So I'm a part-time nurse, so I usually try to get to the gym at least 4 times a week, and I usually try and attend a class, a half an hour session of whether it's like a studio class or, dance or a pump class or, cycling, kind of try and get some variety in there.
So would you say like that activity is pretty intense then?
Yeah, like.
Okay. All right, so yeah, with that, going off of like what you had put down on like your assessment form, could rate that at probably like 240 minutes of like intense exercise a week. So with that would be perfect, especially like with you being high and pretty much all that. Like it's still creating a pretty big deficit there for you. Yeah. As far as like what would be like some good kind of like changes that you could be happy with, that you think that you could try to like stick with trying to get your diet more on par with like the Australian guideline? I mean, with as far as like trying new vegetables, maybe try to see if you can't find something that you like. And
yeah, I think that obviously there's room for improvement there, and maybe I just need to look at better options of like incorporating them into other meals, so I'm not kind of just eating them as a standalone, because I think that's where I go wrong.
Okay. I would almost suggest too, like because like eating your vegetables, it's like it can be pretty easy. Like just because you were saying like you like to snack a lot and do something like that, and like that would almost be something like, because you were saying like you enjoy your nuts and stuff, like maybe like some celery and peanut butter. Like there you're still enjoying what you like with like your peanut butter and all that with like your nuts, and then you're also hitting like your vegetable.
Yeah,
that
could
there.
work.
Yeah, and then like as far as, have you looked into anything about as far as like the portions of anything or stuff like that?
No, not really.
Maybe that would probably be a big factor there too. Because I know like you were saying that you had trouble previously with, you thought that you're following the guidelines.
Yeah.
And all that.
I think I was just struggling to make it all work like within my lifestyle, and I'd get to the end of the day and there'd be things that I was missing or needed to add in. Or
yeah, but also too, it's like because you're saying like you weren't experiencing any weight loss or anything like that, and that could just be because also too, a lot of people struggle with that, with not understanding like, the portions, and stuff like that, and I can definitely help you out with that, learning how to do all that. And then pretty much it would be almost just like trying to substitute for what you're lacking for what you are eating in excess. That's just something that we'll have to definitely work on.
Yep.
And stuff like that. And to be honest with you, with something like that, maybe it would be best to, like, we can give you a referral for a dietitian, and they can try to assess you and see if they can help you out with some more plans there, and actually show you and give you like some proper measuring of like the samples and all that. So
yeah, that sounds
that's
good.
your eating. So yeah.
Awesome.
Alrighty. Well, that'll be everything then.
Thank you.